Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. It's Week 13 in college football. Today is Thursday, November 23rd, and we are talking with Joe Gavazzi from JoeGavazziSports.com about a bunch of the very interesting rivalry college football games coming up this weekend in college football. The first one we're going to talk about, Louisville, Kentucky. Always a very interesting rivalry game, and this year, Louisville, of course, disappointed earlier in the year, but after their bye recently, they appeared to turn a big corner, coming off a huge blowout win against a pretty decent Syracuse team, and Kentucky kind of headed in the opposite direction, got blown out by Georgia last week, and of course that's Georgia, so that's very forgivable, but Kentucky has not been a good bet on the year overall ATS, neither is Louisville, but again, very recently they have been. Kentucky has a bunch of injuries, and maybe it's a spot to bet into Louisville's recent momentum and take Louisville at -9.5 or 10. What do you think, Joe?
I think money has become a major motivating factor in the world of college sports. Just ask the FBI, who is hand-slapping and maybe more up to felony convictions against assistant coaches in college basketball who are funneling funds to prospective college hoop players at their respective schools. I bring that up because in just a moment, you'll see why money may be the motivating factor in this game. You're absolutely right, Peter. Louisville has come with good reason to play. They enter with momentum and playing with 48-31 revenge for a loss as a 28-point home favorite last year. That certainly slowed their roll as they were hoping to get a playoff spot last season. Quarterback Jackson continues to roll here in the late season, and if Louisville had done a little better early on, he might be in the conversation again to repeat as Heisman hopeful. The real story here, though, is Kentucky. Kentucky had Georgia on the ropes at the beginning of the game last week, but when it was evident that they would no longer be able to upset the Bulldogs, it looked like Stoops pulled his troops back a little bit. The main reason here is that Stoops gets a cool $250,000 if he wins this game outright. Kentucky at home and playing with all the motivation in the world for Stoops' $250,000, how much do you think he's going to share with his players? We'll line up with Kentucky here as the double-digit rivalry dog in this spot.
Wow, very interesting breakdown here from Joe Gavazzi. Joe Gavazzi liking Kentucky getting 10 points. Main handicapping factor, according to Joe Gavazzi, cash money. I love it. I love the factor. Joe Gavazzi, right now it is a split line, 9.5 or 10, and plus 10, -110 is the widely available line on Kentucky. Very, very interesting breakdown. Again, yeah, Kentucky got blown out last week, but there may be an asterisk attached to that. And of course, 2 weeks ago, they were a side that took big sharp money against Vanderbilt, and they did get a cover on that one, beating their spread by about 20 points on that game. So they were way undervalued there. Interesting take. Joe Gavazzi liking Kentucky plus 10. Joe Gavazzi, this is what you do full-time. Tell us about your website, JoeGavazziSports.com.
It is JoeGavazziSports.com. I know most of you go there on a regular basis, but you especially want to make a point of going there tomorrow because we're going to have a huge flash sale there between 9 and noon tomorrow, which will give you some great value on some outstanding information. Hope you join us at JoeGavazziSports.com tomorrow morning.
Thanks so much, Joe.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.